As a scientist myself, I do end up posting actually kind of quite a lot about the flood. And you have to remember there is historical evidence for the flood. We'll talk about that in a moment. But there is not only a lack of archaeological evidence, there's actually active archaeological evidence that the flood did not happen. So let's talk about that. So first, what's the historical evidence? Well, this is the first part of the oldest historical document in the world. It's known as the Sumerian King List. So the Sumerians, a long time ago, were writing about early human history, what they claimed anyway. And you'll see that kingship descended from heaven. And you'll notice these years. Look at this. These are kings reigning for like 30,000 years. And then at the bottom of this first section, it says right there, 8 kings, they ruled for 241,200 years, and then the flood swept over. So the Mesopotamians from the Sumerians on believed there had been a global flood tens of thousands of years in the past. So when Moses is coming along, now he was educated Egyptian, Acts 7:22, but from the Amarna Cache, we know that the Egyptians at that time also would have had a lot of Mesopotamian knowledge. So Moses would have been very aware of the story that the Mesopotamians told. That's why it's in the Bible, because the version that Moses tells is in basic narrative detail, basically the same as the Mesopotamian stories, but the stories about the gods have been changed significantly to show the true nature of the one true living God. So the Bible, or really Moses, puts the global flood of the Sumerians, instead of many, many, many thousands of years back, only at about 2500 BC or 2400 BC, depending on, who you're listening to. And we know that the Mesopotamians and the Egyptians were around back then. They were writing before the biblical flood event point, and they were writing after, and their civilizations were not wiped out.